Hey guys, Sebastian Cordoba, Mr. Clear to Close. Very excited about welcoming you guys to my new real estate talk show, Home Buying 101 with Sebastian Cordoba. Guys, we're going to be having very important information, invaluable information about the real estate market and the mortgage world. So you guys, please stay tuned and tune in every week because we're going to be having different real estate professionals coming in and educate you on how they help their clients in this mortgage world. The next topic that we're going to be talking about is the market watch and the market update, right? We're going to be talking about the current, the present, the expectations, and the future, what guidance we can give you in the real estate world. Right now, the current market conditions, it's actually starting to lighten up. We're seeing the interest rates slightly go down, and we're also seeing home values and purchase prices starting to soften up. We're not talking about a huge drop or a huge crisis coming up around the corner or anything in that nature, but we are starting to see the prices stabilize a little bit. So it's a good sign. A lot of investors are very actively looking and very on top of the interest rates to make sure that their monthly cost in any investment stays low and they get the most cash flow out of that investment. So my guidance for you guys this week is if the opportunity comes, if it makes sense financially for you guys to get into a mortgage, and if you have a high rent, always remember, high rent is always 100% interest. The interest rate, yes, right now it's high compared to a month, even 2 years ago, okay? But think about the future because what you're doing is you're able to invest a little bit of the money into real estate, have it self-multiply within the equity that this property builds, maybe even rent it out and have it cash flow pay itself off to build some wealth and buy the next home. So guys, if you have the opportunity, if you have that window of opportunity, take advantage of it because we're not sure how much harder it's going to get for us to lend and for you to get a mortgage. And please feel free to reach out to me. All my information will be below. My number directly is 508-439-2576. And all my social media links will also be linked below. So you guys, thank you so much. I'm also very excited about our next guest. This week, I'm very excited to have Attorney Israel Furman from the Law Office of Israel Furman. Guys, please give it up. All right, Israel, thank you so much for coming, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. Appreciate it. Very excited to be here in your first episode.
Yes, my very first episode, and I couldn't have anybody more important than you, Israel, so I appreciate you coming out.
Awesome. Thanks for those words. I know you're lying, but it makes me feel good nevertheless.
Hey, as long as you know. But, I wanted to bring you out here because I know you and I do a lot of good work in the community.
Yes.
We really dedicate ourselves to making sure that we educate not only our community, but first-time home buyers, anybody looking to get into the real estate, but making sure that they're making the right financial decision, right? And They're going to call us in the future to be able to buy their next investment property or refer their friends and their family versus, hey, I need to sell this property because I'm in a bad position, right?
Yes. We really do go out of our way to help our clients. And in our experience, the experience I had with you is we always make sure that we take care of them because we're trying to form a long-term relationship. It's not a one-and-out type of business. Yeah. It's a business where we want to do business with them. We want to do business with their children, with their great-grandchildren, with their friends. And, providing high-quality services, obviously, the fast lane to get there.
Exactly. And that's why, I love teaming up with you, Israel, especially with our clients, because what we're focusing on here, especially today's episode, is these market conditions, right? What we're living in is real estate, if you look at it, even 2 years ago or a year ago, it's changing, right? The interest rates have put a lot of people out of the market and the ability to be able to buy a property, which has at the same time kind of stabilized the market, kind of bringing down the demand, while that inventory still stays where it's at, right?
Yeah.
Which, in your line of work, you're busy every day, you're closing loans, but, do you see kind of that difference in how this is affecting the high interest rates?
Well, the high interest rate, it is affecting the people who were on the edge of qualification, but not everyone. There's a lot of ways to qualify for a property. people who are purchasing the home on their own, as you well know, may now include their husband or may now include their aunt to help them qualify for the loan. But yes, the market has stabilized as far as the prices. They're no longer skyrocketing as they were 9 months ago, due to the increase in interest rates. But in reality, I am an investor that everyone knows about, Warren Buffett, right? Warren Buffett, the billionaire. He's been making money, Jesus Christ. He's worth, $120 billion. He always says when everyone's running away, that's when you run to it.
Yes.
Everyone's running away from the investment, that's when you run to the investment. Because that's usually when there's opportunity. Where there's chaos, there's opportunities. And at this point in time in the industry, there's a little bit of chaos because the rate in which the interest rates increased was unexpected. And people are in shock. But it's only a temporary shock because these interests, they were 15, 20 years ago, they were at 10, 15,
Exactly.
20% interest.
Yes.
You go to other countries internationally, those interest rates right now are at 15, 18, 20,
yeah.
25. Argentina, Jesus Christ.
I was in Colombia and they were 18%, yeah.
So relative to the market that we've had for the past 2 years, people are in shock. But the truth is that if you can shake it off, what there really is an opportunity.
That's right.
It's an opportunity for you to pay $400,000 for the property that you would have paid $600,000 7 months ago. So it's just, you just have to have the right mentality, you have to have the right people to take you there and explain to you why this is not the time to jump.
Exactly. I love that. And I give you a great example. I have a client who, great solid client, was pre-approved. And some of the basic factors, by the way, for all you people tuned in, how we pre-approve somebody is your credit, your employment history, your income, your debt to income ratio, and the down payment on the collateral, on the property you're going to put, right? So a lot of people throughout this whole period of the pandemic were qualifying for a good amount, and they were into the market, they were competitive, they were out there every day. And you're absolutely right. So the shift in the market has put them out, and they don't have that competitive edge anymore, right? But what we're seeing is if you have the opportunity for you to get into a home and financially it makes sense per month, right? Let's say you're paying rent $2,400, $2,600 a month, and you compare that by investing a little bit of money that you can save up to or receive a gift from a family member, invest it into a property, build that little investment into some equity, right? Maybe convert it into an investment property where then it pays itself off, and then you can buy the next property and create some wealth, just like you were mentioning with Warren Buffett.
Yes. So yes, what you're speaking about is there's a certain segment of the community, of the market, that is never going to make sense to rent because the rent are so high. The difference between renting and purchasing is probably $200, $300 a month. So yeah, $200, $300 a month can be significant to some families. Completely understand. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
But you make that extra sacrifice to make sure that you own your home, as opposed to paying everything to the landlord
and paying his mortgage.
Exactly, paying his mortgage and his dinner with his family every other weekend, because that's what you're doing. You're giving the landlord so much money. You're investing into yourself. It takes a little more sacrifice. You invest into yourself, and over a period of time, you're going to create equity. With that equity, you can either draw that equity to purchase another property.
Yes.
And now you're starting to invest. Now you're using the initial investment. With that investment, that equity that you've built over time, using it to purchase another property and another and another. And this creates, it's a snowball effect. The question is, there's always going to be a snowball effect. There's always going to be the snowball effect of you rent because you're renting, your child is renting because your child is renting, your cousin is renting. Or there's going to be the snowball effect because you buy, your son sees that it's possible. Now your son buys, now your friend buys. So there's always going to be a snowball effect. Yep. It's just what direction is that snowball effect going to take you? Is the snow going to be white and beautiful, or is it going to be
messy and muddy,
brown, nasty, and somewhere you probably don't want to be?
No, and I love it. I love it because you're absolutely right. It's about also getting in the right team. So getting the right team around you. When you're working as a team, it's very important, especially when you have a real estate agent, a mortgage loan officer like myself, or a real estate attorney like Israel Furman. It goes a long way because we really do put your best interests in our hands, and we make it a passion, and we make you feel like family because we want to make sure we get you in your home. So, I mean, you feel this, right? You understand.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know, the way we build our business is by making sure that you are successful in your purchasing experience. Because if you're successful in your purchasing experience, people want to ask you, hey, how did you do it? And how did you do it? You did it because you had the right team, and you're going to point them back in our direction. So your success directly impacts our success. Mm-hmm. Now, but it's very important that you use the right team.
Yes. Yep.
They use the right loan officer. You have to have a loan officer that knows what they're doing, because they can place you in the position to purchase the home. They can help you with their experience. They can help you get there to where you qualify. Mm-hmm. They can guide you in the right direction as to what property you should probably purchase first. Why a multifamily first? Why a single family first? Why, in your case, you're probably better off purchasing in this city as opposed to that city. It's also very important to have the right realtor. Because the realtor is the first point of contact with the seller. If you this is the time. I love all the realtors. I do a lot of business with the realtors, and I love those guys. Those guys really work hard for their money. But in this market, this difficult market, you have to shake off the rookies. You have to. I'm sorry, you have to shake off the rookies. You need the experienced realtor, because the experienced realtor will negotiate correctly and put you in the best position to have that offer accepted. We'll get you on the right property, a property that's not going to cost you headaches after the purchase, but a property that instead will be of benefit to you and your family and a source of enjoyment. So you really have to have the right team. You have to have the right realtor. You have to have the right loan officer. And obviously, you need an attorney that can close. And closing is what we do.
Yeah. And you do it very well. You do it very well. And I love the topic you're talking about. No, you try and you deliver, man. But I love the topic. So talking about multifamilies, and for all you viewers who are interested in building a real estate portfolio, right, there is a method and a way to get it done, right? If one of my first questions when I sit somebody down is, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Is this going to be your one and only home? Is this first of your many homes? That way, the way that you answer that question is the way I'm able to put a nice plan for you, and basically put a nice guideline for you and say exactly the best way for you to create a real estate portfolio is at first if you purchase a multifamily, right? So you can start with a 3-family where you're going to be living in one unit and receiving rental income from the other 2 units. All right. Ideally, the next property you want to purchase in can be another 3 or another 2-family. It's a matter of how many tenants you want to deal with, and also if you're going to live in there as primary or an investment. But my point is, by you moving out of this 30 unit, you're moving into one of these, so now you're receiving 4 units of rental income. You're creating wealth. You're creating what's called cash flow. And if it's something that you're able and you're willing to deal with, because it sounds nice, it's lucrative, but it's not easy. I mean, being a landlord is not easy. It's
not easy. It's an investment. That's why you call it an investment, because that is a business. It's called an investment property because you have to run it as a business. It's not easy dealing with tenants. But I'd rather deal with tenants, build equity, build a portfolio, and leave something for my family, leave something for my children.
Of course.
As opposed to having them open a GoFundMe account to bury me because I have no money. I want them to go to a probate attorney to find out how can they sell all the properties that they left them so they can enjoy the fruits of all my hard work. It's 2 different worlds.
It's beautiful.
You die, GoFundMe, or go probate. What do you want to do? What do you want your children to do? It's
common sense.
I hope, right?
You know, but you know and that's beautiful. I think one other piece. I think that another good community that you serve, Israel, and that you really dedicate a lot of your efforts to, because you as well are a veteran, right? So,
Yes.
The veteran
Yes.
community, especially here in Marlboro, also is very loved, very well taken care of. And Massachusetts is actually one of the only states in the United States that does not allow a veteran to be homeless. So pretty neat. And I know you do some very special things
Yes,
for the veterans.
we do as much as we can for our veterans. You know, for my veteran friends, I know the first knock is Israel, you got to hit the gym and lose some weight. I know. I hear it every day. Hoorah, you know, I'm getting there. One of these days, I promise. But what we do for veterans, really, we go the extra step for veterans. Because, you know, I'm a veteran myself, and I understand the community. It's a particular community that is, there's a lot of camaraderie in that community.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And for the veterans, for example, we don't charge attorney fees.
Wow. No attorney fees.
No attorney fees, so everyone saves, you know, depending on what transaction. Some transactions is $7.95, some $8.95, some $9.95, $1,200, $1,500. Today
That's
I wrote
huge.
2 checks. I wrote a check for $8.95 and one for $9.95 to 2 veterans that we closed this morning.
And it's well deserved. I think that's not even a little bit of what they actually deserve for all the sacrifice
No,
they've made.
it's real. The military is a real sacrifice. We're still in a country where the military is voluntary.
Mm-hmm.
So the veterans that are making the sacrifice, they're making it out of their own will. And they're doing it for the liberty that we have. They're doing it so that we can sit here on TV laughing, joking, having fun as we educate the public.
Yep.
We can do that because of what they've done for us and what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So the veterans, you know, there are many programs out there that help veterans.
Yep.
I know you're familiar with all those programs.
Yep.
And anytime we can help a veteran, hey, I get a kick out of it. I love it. It's something that I really love to do, and it's a way for me to give back for the opportunity that I've had to go through the ranks and go to college through the VA, through the GI Bill. That's what it was called back then.
Okay.
And able to afford law school through that and make a positive change for my family. So I appreciate what the military did for me. I will always remember what I did for this country through my service, and I want to make sure that I give back.
And I appreciate it, man. That goes to my heart, you know. So, you know, I want to thank you, Israel. I really do. I appreciate everything that you do, all the clients that you've helped, my family members as well, anybody that I've always given to you. You've always taken very good care of. So thank you. Please, how can all these lovely people who are tuned, how can they reach out to you? How can they get a hold of you and get you to help their clients or help them out, you know?
So my phone number is probably the worst method to try to reach me.
Okay.
It really is. We're always so busy. It's difficult to
Busy's
answer
good.
the phone.
Busy's good.
So email is the best way. It's Israel@attorneyisraelfermin.com. If you do call me, I'll send you a text right away to shoot me an email back. My phone number is 774-413-0272. 774-413-0272. You give me a call. Like I said, you're going to get a text back with my email. Shoot me an email. I never go to bed until all the emails are answered. If that means I'm up at 3 a.m., that's just how it's going to be. That's my word to you. If you shoot me an email that day, you send me an email with a request, a question, whatnot, you will get a response before I go to bed. It could be at any time late in the night.
And I'm a witness of that.
Yeah, so you know, we try, there's got to be, at some point it's important. I understand the importance of getting back to the client. Mm-hmm. And it's difficult. It's so difficult.
It can be.
So, because we're wearing so many hats. We're doing so many things.
Yeah.
But I get it. So that's the bargain, that's the bargain that I made with my clients. I'm not always going to answer your phone call, but I will respond to your email.
And I appreciate that, man. That goes a long way because, like you said, we're busy. We're helping families. We're making dreams come true. And if we can't answer now, we will answer back as quickly as we can.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's what any real professional would do. So thank you, Israel. Any other last notes you want to leave us with before we?
No, I mean it's just hey, give Sebastian a call. What's the first step to getting there? Give Sebastian a call. If you don't think that purchasing a home is something that's within grasp, that it's nothing more than a dream, give him a call. Because I guarantee you, 2 things are going to happen. You're either going to be told that you qualify to purchase a certain home, or he's going to put you in the path so that you can qualify at one point. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I've seen Sebastian help many people, and make a big effort to give you the path to home ownership. So if he makes that effort with you, sits down, shows you the map, this is what you have to pay, this is how you have to handle this portion of your finances, this is how you have to handle this, when he gives you that path, just honor him by coming back to him and actually closing the loan with him. Because what happens is sometimes, like in my case, you help a client, you put them in the position to succeed, and then after everything is ready, they close with another law office. And it's like
I hear you.
But it was me who helped you.
I put you in the whole path, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, no, but it's first step to home ownership. Give Sebastian a call. He's going to set you up. He's going to put you on the right path. I guarantee it.
Awesome. Israel, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you guys, definitely stay tuned, like it, share it. You got the links at the bottom. Please give Israel a call. He's a great guy. He's going to help you or your family out. And reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions, educate you guys, and get you guys on that perfect path, that guaranteed path to home ownership. Thank you, guys.